Okay. I'm really hoping my camera isn't going to fall over. I'm balanced on top of the usual odd arrangement of things. Today it's a candle, a Java Monster, and the Smirnoff cap holding it up. So I should really find something more solid to put a camera on top of. But, you know, what can you do? I was going to talk today about the hazards of county fairs, but it's been a while since I've been to like a really big fair, and I want to really capture the essence of the insanity that occurs at these places. The last one I was at was like in the middle of the summer. I went to the Lilac Festival in Lisbon with some of my friends, and we went to my friend Darlene's house. Hi Darlene, how's it going? And Darlene's husband, who's pretty cool, fixed us some rum and cokes. I love rum. Time flies when you're having rum. I have a magnet that my mom got me that's on my fridge. I love rum. It's great stuff. But not before you're going to go to a fair with spinny rides. So I had my rum and coke, and I had somebody else's rum and coke because they didn't want it. And there was definitely more rum than coke involved in these drinks. And I didn't even notice, you know, I didn't feel drunk. I always act drunk. It's just natural. But I wasn't acting drunk. I could, you know, stand up and walk without falling down, which maybe I was drunk because I can't do that when I'm sober. Anyway, so we went to this fair, to the Lilac Festival, and they had this ride that spins and goes really high in the air, and I kept being like, come on, darling, we gotta go on this thing, because she's terrified of heights, right? And I was like, come on, we gotta do it, you gotta conquer your fear. She's like, I don't want it, and I'm like, come on. So finally I convinced her to go on it. We got our tickets, and we go on this ride. Now, there was us and a bunch of other screaming children, and we're not children, and we were screaming louder than the rest of the small ones. So we're going around in circles up here, and I didn't think when we got in that the fat person is supposed to sit on the outside. Like, I weigh almost 200 pounds. I'm fat. I'm heavy. And she's really thin, and the poor girl was, like, squished to the side of the thing the whole time. It felt so horrible, but, like, you're in the middle of the air. What can you do, you know? It's not like I could get instant liposuction. If I could, I wouldn't weigh 200 pounds. So anyway, I had a point. Oh yeah, so aside from her like dislocating my kneecap because she was hanging on so tightly, we were okay. We got down. She wanted to kill me, but you know, I didn't die obviously, or I wouldn't be talking to you right now. And I was fine, you know, I felt fantastic. We had some lemonade and some fried dough, and you know, we had a great time, and then it started to rain, so we hung out on our porch, so it was like 4 hours later when I got home. And that was when the rum hit. And it didn't hit in the pleasant way, where you're like, oh, hey, I'm having such a good time, how you doing, man? It hit in the like, oh, Jesus kind of way. I was sick for like 2 hours straight. I was like throwing up and crapping my brains out. Not like you need to know that, and not like I have brains to crap out, but it was horrible. So I learned that. Don't mix rum and spinny rides. And I should have thought of it. I just didn't, unsurprisingly. Like I said, oh, boy. Tablequake. Like I said, I'm the god of nincompoops. It's just, they're the patron saint of nincompoops. It's just how I operate. When something goes right, I panic because it's just not the natural order of things. Just bad things happen to me, and I'm okay with that because it makes life interesting. Like today, I got stuck in my apartment. My doorknob just broke. It just broke. Like, I didn't know doorknobs could break. I mean, obviously they can, but I didn't know they could break like this. Like, I go trotting down the stairs to run up to Walmart to get a couple things because I was having some people over for a barbecue. The door broke, and thankfully one of the people had showed up already to bring the steak. And I'm like, oh my god, I can't get out. And they're like, that's okay, I can break you out because I'm awesome. And I'm like, really? And they're like, really? So it took like 10 minutes, but somehow the locking mechanism had broken inside the door, so we had to unscrew the doorknob to take the bolt out so I could get out, because I was literally stuck in my apartment. And I live on the 3rd floor. It's not like I can just jump out the window, and I'm not Spider-Man. I wish I was. That'd be kind of awesome. Because then if I was at work and like a customer was looking for help and I didn't want to help, I could be like, psst, and shoot my web and like climb up and hang on the rafters. Anyway, I don't know how I ended up there. Oh yeah, I got locked in my apartment. And we also have this fire escape, but this fire escape is like, you're more likely to die getting down this fire escape than you are in the fire. It just looks terrifying. I'm sure it's solid, it just looks terrifying. So anyway, I got out and I bought a new doorknob, and we put the new doorknob on and it's fine now. I think the doorknob is more solid than my door. But yeah, it was fun, it was special. I'm really glad that I wasn't here by myself, because I would have still been stuck in here. And instead of this video being me rambling on, it would have been like, I've been in my apartment for several hours now. I can't leave to go to Walmart and annoy people. What the hell am I gonna do? And I would be like choking on my own spit. And I would be like talking to my boombox and calling it Wilson or something. So anyway, thank you, Chuck. You saved my day. Or I would be like trapped in my apartment right now, and the rest of the world would have been pretty happy, but I wouldn't have been. Anyway, I'm losing my voice. It's really horrible. I sound like I'm going through puberty right now. Oh yeah, I was saying something about Darlene being scared before. That was the other thing. I fall down when I get scared. I know everyone's gonna try to scare the bejeepers out of me now. Bejeepers, that's a fun word. That's my word for the day, bejeepers. Oh. Yeah, it's after midnight, so I have a full 24 hours to use bejeepers, like, in every sentence I possibly can. Anyway, you know those fainting goats that when you sneak up on them and go boo, they just, like, fall over and their legs go up in the air? Like, I don't, like, do the rigor mortis thing. I don't, like, do spirit fingers and then pass out. Like, I just fall down. And so, like, if you just jump out of a dark doorway or something and go, wah! I will scream like the little girl that isn't, you know, deep in my subconscious. I'll scream like that little girl and just fall down and just play dead like a possum or a fainting goat. So, don't scare me. I know you're gonna want to now, but it's really not as, okay, it is as funny as it seems. But just don't. It's rude. It just is. I shouldn't have said that, because now everyone's gonna jump out and try to scare me. That wasn't cool. It really wasn't. The thing about these, hey, my voice is back. These will make you poop green. I love these things. I live right next to a Cumberland Farms, and so I'm always drinking these things. But seriously, the blue ones will make you poop green. Funny story, when I was a little kid, I love popsicles, like those tubey ice pops that come in the tubey thingy, and will cut the corners of your mouth if you're not careful. I loved them, you know, and my gram would give them to me all the time when she was watching me. And apparently one day, when I was really small, and I'd eaten several, I assume it was green popsicle or blue popsicles, my gram called my mom in a panic and was like, Jeannie Marie, I don't know what's going on. Christina just pooped, and she pooped bright green. And my mom's like, hey, how many popsicles have you given her today? And my gram was probably like, oh, that could explain it. So I'm actually not an alien. I'm not from Krypton or Uranus. I'm not, definitely not from Uranus. I'm a turd, but I'm not your turd. Yeah. So just be careful with the slushies. Don't panic if you suddenly are pooping pretty colors. You've not suddenly become a unicorn or are from some strange planet like Uranus. Just, it's the slushies. Anyway, I guess that's all I have to ramble on about tonight. I'm kind of tired. I rented a movie that I'm going to go watch now. What the heck was it? It's something with Will Ferrell anyway. He's pretty awesome. So I'm going to go watch that and stop annoying the general population. So here's hoping I don't get locked in my apartment again. My landlords thought it was funny that I thought it was so funny. I wasn't even upset. They were like, oh, you're not mad? And I'm like, no. I'm like, seriously, being me, I'm not surprised at anything anymore. I mean, I would be surprised if suddenly, like, Bob Barker fell through my ceiling, told me that the price was right, and gave me a Ferrari. That would surprise me, because that would be a good thing, except for the Bob Barker. Maybe it was like Richard Crust from Rammstein fell through my ceiling. That would be a cool thing. That would be a really good thing, because then he could do my nails, and they'd look so much better than when I do them. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now, I think, or at least go watch TV. I'm losing my voice, and that usually means I'm tired. Just my consciousness isn't caught up with my subconscious yet, and I'm talking so fast I can't understand myself. So you guys all have a good night. Have a good day tomorrow while I'm sleeping. Let's see, words of wisdom for today. I don't have any words of wisdom for today. Oh yeah, I have a joke though. A skeleton walks into a bar and orders a beer and a mop. Think about it. Have a good night. I've been in my apartment for several hours now.